my guest or guests today are three-time world champion master quaiters Mark Snoberger and Ben Bernard. How are you, men?
We're just fine, Tim.
Thanks for having us.
Looks like you have a nice pint. I got a little IPA action going on.
Yeah, I got a little Guinness. It's happy hour.
Vodka.
Well, we're in a good place then. Really good to see you guys. We've only met a handful of times, so I was actually a little nervous having to interview you guys because it's not like I know you real well. But before we get into Quates and history and everything, kind of the start of this was this ridiculous quarantine we're in. How are you guys making out? We'll start with Mark because you're on the top of my screen, and then go to Ben. Are you essential? Are you working?
I work for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, compliant, which means I oversee the casino in one of the casinos. Casinos are closed. There's not much to oversee, so I've been off since March 17th or 18th.
Bummer. How about you, Ben?
Yeah, I'm a director, sales rep for construction is supposed to be opening up this. We're not really construction, we're more manufacturing, so I don't know what that means for us, but it's good. Things are starting to open up. I'm pleased that.
That's good. I'm having some buffering issues. The sound is, my picture's freezing up and the sound is freezing. I'm not sure if we'll get all that. We were talking before we started recording and everything was great. So hopefully we'll keep this going on. It sounds like you guys are, so Mark's not working. Ben, like I said, you broke up a little bit, but you're in the construction field, so.
I am. I'm a independent kitchen rep. So my shop is down. We're down. A lot of the construction's down. So right now we haven't been working.
Well, that gives you plenty of time to throw quates. I guess we could segue into that.
It's been pretty cold for that. Cold and wet.
It's been a little chilly, a little damp, but how about it? You guys got pits set up at your house?
So our club, the Cornwall Quentin Quake Club, currently has one set of beds. It's a twin bed over at our buddy Mike Weber's house. So we go over there on Wednesday nights. We lost our dear friend Walt Brubaker a few years ago. We used to be able to throw through the winter indoors, but that has gone by the wayside. So right now there's one set of beds, and we all kind of go there, and that's where we do our throwing.
And traditionally, that starts the first Wednesday in May. So I'm not sure what we're planning on doing next week. I'm in if anyone else is.
I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I remember your indoor setup. I think if I recall properly, I remember seeing pictures on the internet of it. Did you used to move the boxes in and out into place every week and then move them back?
Yeah. Yep. We had platforms built that we set around the bed so that you were standing level with the top of the bed, and it was pretty good setup.
We built our setup at Fritz's Island, modeled off those pictures from your deal.
Yeah.
We're still playing on them with platforms elevated over boxes, just like you.
Inside? Are you inside?
In the winter, we are. Yeah. We usually start up in January and then go till it's nice enough to go back outside. But when all this epidemic hit, we folded because my buddy who runs it, his shop is there, and he couldn't have all them people in and out of his shop. So
makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. How many guys you get to show up on an indoor night?
This year was out of control. We were getting 12 to 15 people showing up.
Ooh, that's a lot for one set.
Yeah, it's too much for 2 pits. We don't have 2 pits.
Right.
But traditionally, it was around 8. 6 to 10 guys would show up, and we would do a round robin or something. But yeah, that's funny. I remember those pictures. I got to go back and find them. I have them somewhere from the old website.
Yeah, I think Troy Fry put those up originally.
Yeah. We
He
had
pitched with us for several years. Tony Russo also.
Yeah, legend.
The legend, yeah. Yeah. And hi, Tone. And yeah, we had a good thing going there for about 10 years, Ben, probably.
Yeah.
You guys also, I think, Larry Lutz, the butcher.
Yeah, Larry Lutz, yeah. The butcher, yeah.
Because I see the butcher at Moton. He didn't play last year. I know he's got family issues he's working through, but.
Yeah, we miss Larry. I'll tell you what, they don't come any better than him, man. He's a great guy.
He really is. We were just talking about his game too yesterday. I was talking with Chad Hafer and talking about how consistent Larry was, just banging the front of that pin, standing up every time, just about.
Yep. Good man.
Yeah.
And he had a long hike to get to our beds on Wednesday nights too, from Strasbourg all the way up to Lebanon. It's a pretty good haul.
Yeah.
He did it almost every week for years.
Yeah, and he was going Tuesday night to Moton and then Wednesday night to Cornwall. So he was back to back on those trips for a couple of years solid.
And he was bowling like Monday and Thursday around it.
Yeah, that guy's a nut.
That's great. Yeah, I gotta give him a call. I miss Larry. Miss him a lot. Well, that's great, man. So let's go back in time. The USQA starts up around the early 2000s. And they hold a world championship, which you win the first one out of the gate, right? And then I think it was the second year there was rain issues, and there was an article in the newspaper, right?
The first year was rain, right?
Well, the first year was torrential rain all day long.
Right.
That was over that guy's farm. And the second year, that was the Conrads.
I thought we won.
Yeah.
Didn't we win two and then? Didn't we win two and then not one and then one more?
No, I think we won one. Then we lost. We didn't quite get even into the finals. I don't know what happened the second year, but we got eliminated by somebody. Is that the year that Bird eliminated us? Maybe.
I don't know.
And
I don't remember.
And then the next year was rain again, and that was Hickory Run.
Yeah, I was at that one. I was at the one before that too. You're right. The year with the Jackets, the Conrads that won that one.
That's correct.
They beat Kenny Cass and Bob Fine in the finals.
Did they?
Yeah.
Because we beat Kenny Cass and Bob Fine in the finals in the third year.
Yeah, Kenny complains about that all the time.
That was at Big Dogs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, your mom and dad were there for that one.
That was at Big Dogs.
Yeah, that was really the nicest one we won.
Was that our second one or our third one?
That was our third one.
Okay.
I have a picture. I'm going to put it up during this interview. I'll edit it in some. I have a picture someone took. I played that tournament with the year before Hickory Run. I played with my father-in-law, and there's a picture of me and my father-in-law standing next to you two.
Okay.
I got that on my computer, but I didn't learn how to share screens yet, so I'll have to edit that in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a soaker Hickory Run too. That was wet, real wet.
Oh yeah.
Well, we finished that at like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Something ridiculous. Yeah.
We were the only ones there.
Right.
Yeah.
And they had to go back the next day and use metal detectors to find the quates because they had gone into the ground.
That was terrible. That was the worst. That was one very early when I started playing, and that to this day is still the worst conditions I ever played in.
Yeah.
What we did on that one, if you remember, Mark, after we got down to the final 4, we pulled the pins and made new beds horizontally across the existing beds, and we were throwing like into solid firm mud. It was like thrown into clay for the semifinals and the finals.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. And
That was the Claire's that we beat in the finals in that one.
That was your infamous walk-off ding-dong to win the championship.
yeah, you were talking about that. So you hit a big you covered Chris Clark for the
And he did.
win.
Yeah, and I'm not a ringer man either. That was something.
Yeah. Well, especially since they come back then after your early dominance, they come back and win back to back.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one of those was beating us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's right.
That's pretty good. So you hit 5 finals or 4 finals in 5 years and won 3 of them. That's pretty good. Do you remember who you played in the finals the other 2 years?
Did we play Kenny and Bobby Fine in one, right?
Yes.
And
Big dog.
the first year in the torrential rain with we had flashlights
And yeah,
over the hobs. I don't remember who we threw in the finals that year.
it was Big Dog.
Oh, was it Big Dog and
Big Dog and his buddy. And I don't know what his buddy's name was. Heck of a night.
All right.
But it was Big Dog because I was playing against him and I was scared to throw because I thought he was going to beat me up.
Oh, man. That was fun. Those were big tournaments. The sport really, at that point, people were excited because there weren't many tournaments. You had your league, but there was maybe a couple tournaments a year, the 724 and, and the Worlds. And it's expanded to such an extent now. You can play in a tournament just about every weekend. So there's more opportunities to play, but there's less participation at each tournament. We don't get 80 teams anymore.
And we had never thrown in a tournament before we went to the first Worlds. That was our first tournament experience.
Yeah.
Our buddies back here in Cornwall were laughing at us when we told them we were going to go to this world tournament. They laughed at us.
You have a plaque up on the fence near your pits, home of the 3-time world champs?
Nah, our guys would beat us up.
Oh, man. What's going to happen in the future, man? You're playing still every Wednesday, it sounds like. Or will we get a chance to see you around some of these tournaments?
Yeah, I'm really planning to get to the tournament this year. My partner there on the other screen, he's got to make his decision if he's going to join me or not. And we
I'm
hope
in.
that you're in.
Yeah.
Oh, well then we're going to be there.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now all we got to do is heal the planet so we can all go out and play Quoiters, right?
Yeah. Good point. Good point.
Well, there's some talk. You might be interested in this. There's talk of trying to put a tournament together in a round robin format where we use multiple venues, like maybe 8 different venues where you have 8 men per venue. You play a round robin where you play 1 game with each partner. And, that would be 64 people. And then the next week, the top 4 from each pod would advance. So,
Okay.
And then you'd play it down. So it would take 3 weeks to play the tournament with social distancing, but we're thinking maybe we could pull something like that off. If we did, maybe your club could host, it sounds like you got around 8 guys, or maybe could fill in a few more if not.
I'm sure we could talk Webbs into hosting that.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what? If you do something like that, Tim, that might get you a lot of teams, because if you go to the local clubs,
yeah,
and everybody is throwing, you might have quite a bit of, tournament presence at something like that.
Yeah, that would be great. I was thinking the same thing. If this game, if we could somehow spread it nationally, that would be the way to pare it down to a real world championship, breaking it down by region. But we're just trying to find a way to play.
Right.
But that would be great, because then you'd get 4 guys out of your club and 4 guys out of this club. And so that's good. I'll put you on the list, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
to make sure we contact you to run something.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
The round robin format actually came up because we put a tournament in this year. I don't know if we'll get to play it at all, but we were going to do a round robin format called Tournament of Champions. Did you guys catch up on this yet?
No.
All right. Well, you have a lifetime exemption, both of you. So it's like the Masters, you know? So the idea was that all the world champions have a lifetime exemption. And then after that, everyone who wins a tournament in that particular year or is a runner-up, they also get into the tournament. And after that, they backfill it in to 64 with the world rankings for that year. And then we were going to do it just like we just said, a round robin, but right there all one day. So you'd be in a pod of 8, run a round robin. So many would advance. Eventually, you'd play 3 different round robins before you got to the end to see if you could win.
Right.
But
That's
we were
a cool
hoping
idea.
to encourage guys like you to come back, you know?
That's a cool idea.
Yeah, it would be fun. Yeah.
So who is running the organization, Tim? I mean, how many guys they used to get together? It used to be Kenny and Willie and so them guys kind of ran it. So who is
It's a
in
train
charge?
out of control, man. No, there's the board. The board comprises, I want to say, 16 people at this point.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's a lot of input. Willie and Kenny are still involved. Jerry. There's gentlemen from Danville because we have the tournament up there every year, and myself. Try some of the guys that you would know from back in the day. Jim Ruyak.
Yeah, Dirty White Boys.
Yep. Jerry, Willie, Kenny. So they're all still involved. We got Billy Conrad involved. But there's a lot of good young players too. Dan Carter, who's won 2 world championships. And
2 worlds.
Bill. What's that?
2 worlds. Dan's won 2 worlds.
Yeah, 15 and 17, the Ring Dingers won.
Oh, yeah.
And he got to the finals in singles twice, I think. He's just a flat out killer, you know. He's just a killer. It's fun to play him though, because I'm a point guy. I try and block the pin. So I'm swimming with the sharks out here with these fellas. I'm trying to up my game and hang with them, but they're tough, man. They're all so good.
Yeah. Is he from your club?
He throws with us now, yes. He originally started off throwing with Shire's group up at Steve Shire's house.
Yeah.
And that kind of went by the wayside, and then our group grew. We call ourselves Fritz's Island. And so we have kind of appropriated Dan, because when he throws in the summer, he throws with us. So I think if you asked him, he'd say he's with Fritz's Island. But in the summer, we get a lot of people. We might be running 3-4 pits.
Wow.
On a summer night from 6 to 10:30. You know, it's.
Do you round robin them? Do you round robin your play for that?
Yeah, we prefer to do a round robin, and if we have too many people, we will do a double elimination. But if we're outside and we have too many people, we'll do like one time we had 16 people. We broke it into 2 flights of 8, did a round robin, so everybody got 7 games, and then we had the winners from each pod play each other. So the round robin for the weekly throwdowns for us is more equitable, because it's a little more fair, because we have a lot of guys who are very good that play all the time, but we also have some new people who aren't necessarily at that level. So they get to play 1 game, you know, with each guy.
Yeah.
So it's
nice.
Nice.
Double elimination. We used to do double elimination years ago, but you find a lot of sitting around. And especially if you lose your first 2 games, you're sitting there till the round's over. It could be a couple hours and you're not throwing. So we found the round robin format was more conducive to more guys throwing. And like you said, the guys that are just coming on or just starting, they're getting some throws in. They're actually getting some turns.
Yeah, it's more fair. I think in guys that come in that play in the round robin, I think they tend to enjoy it more and hang around longer and get involved in the game because it's more fun than just getting knocked out 2 and out every week, you know?
Yeah. Do you draw for teams every week? Do you have different partners every week, every different round?
No, for the round robin, we just play. We have these charts that we got offline, and you have a different partner every game. So I would get to play one game with you, one game with you. If there's 8 guys, I would get to play one game with all 7 guys. So you keep your own win-loss total and your own point differential. So there's one guy that wins. Yeah. And it moves pretty quick. We usually get 2 or 3 round robins in a night. It moves. If you have 2 pits, it moves pretty quick. And then we keep, we stole the point system from Moton. So we keep points. A winner gets 2 points and second place gets 1 point. We keep $1 back from everybody each week. And at the end of the season, somebody gets a pile of dollar bills. Just for grins, you know. We do random draw when we do a double elimination. And that's still how they do it at Moton too, pick for partner.
Right.
And that's your partner for the evening then?
Correct. Yeah.
And is that over at Moton? Is that that's double elimination when they run those on Tuesday nights, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. We gather at 6, play starts at 6:30. It should be starting the second Tuesday in May, but it won't be if the club's not open. It's all about if their clubhouse is allowed to be open, then they'll let us throw. We gotta wait. So.
Yeah, we partner per round. So if we get 2 or 3 rounds in, we withdraw partners, and you might end up with a different partner for 3 rounds. You might end up with the same partner for 3 rounds.
Yeah.
So that's how we do it. We just play for fun. We do keep tallies of rounds won, ringers. What else do we keep track of? Mostly rounds won and ringers.
Yeah, double ringers.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, at the end of the year,
there's a couple clubs that keep track of that. I know. Where is it? Up off 61 back there. I'm trying to think of the name of their club. They track ringers as well. We don't do that because we don't have anyone responsible enough to do all that math. Keep track.
Yeah. Too many ringers. Yeah, we don't have big ringer guys like some of these guys. Oh my gosh, it's incredible how that's become the dominant side of the game.
Yeah, it's really, really interesting. You know, I came into the game obviously when you were dominant, and I could see the way it worked, and that's the way Carl, my partner, and I patterned our game and learned our game and tried to learn our game. So we're the point guys that stand them in front, and you know the game evolved while we were busy playing, and we're trying to. It's like an arms race. You try and keep up.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
Yeah.
You gotta. It's like your win against the Clars in a 3-game set. Especially you get down to the end of the playoffs in a 3-game set with a team like the Ring Dingers or QUI or just about any of the douchebags, any of those top teams. You're gonna have to cover somebody, maybe twice, just to get out of there.
Yeah. We're not them kind of guys. We're just not.
But you know, point guys can still get there. You know, Billy Cole. You probably remember Billy Cole.
Oh yeah.
And Billy's got a killer stand-up shot, and he had great success last year. He and Nevin went to a final at Old Bastards, and 2 years ago, my partner and I made it to the finals at the Worlds. We didn't win, and we're certainly not the ringer guys. So. We were hitting them that day, but we're not that. So it can still be done. It's just it's hard to consistently stand that Quoit in front.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, it's fun though. Well, man, I appreciate your time. I got one question, and I'll go back. I'll go to Ben first this time. We'll go bottom to top. If you could bring any celebrity you want, living or dead, to a Quoit tournament, be your partner for the day, who you got? And here's the caveat. You can't take someone who's taken. So if you need, I'll read you the list. Or you could just wing it and see if you hit one that hasn't been taken.
All right.
You want to hear the list?
How long is the list?
15. 15. You're
Just
my
go,
16th interview.
You're talking celebrity, somebody that would be, or just anybody at all.
Yeah, we originally started saying any celebrity, living or dead, but Jerry Reitmeyer picked Willie. So we're not sure if he's living or dead, and we're not sure if he's a celebrity.
Well, we know he's living, and he's most certainly a celebrity.
He's definitely alive. I just got off the phone with him. And he's got a world championship. They popped one in 2009.
That's
He's
correct.
on the list with you guys.
They were as hungry for that as anybody we've ever played against.
No doubt.
No doubt.
And still.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They were in the finals last year at the Worlds. Yeah.
All right. So I can make this fairly easy. I don't know of any celebrities that would throw quates. And if I'm going to throw quates, I'm going to throw to win. So can't think of a celebrity that I could think of that would help me win. So I'm going to say, if I could go back, I would throw with my dad. My dad's gone 24 years.
Oh, God bless.
And he was part of our club for a very short time. And he was a left-hander. And he was a lot of fun. So I would say my dad, his name would be Ben Bernard.
That's fantastic. That's a great pick. That's fun. I just lost my dad too. I totally
sorry to
feel
hear
what
that.
you're saying. Thank you. It's
Oh man, yeah.
Recently?
Yeah, a month ago.
Oh, Tim.
Yeah. But to have a day to hang out with your dad, that would be great, man. I totally dig your pick. That's great. How about it, Mark? How about you?
I had a celebrity all picked out, but now Ben's shooting me in another direction with the honorarium pick there. I was going to go with
based on your shirt, I thought you might take Jerry.
Well,
but he only has 9 fingers.
He was missing a finger, so I'm not sure what kind of spin he could get on the quate.
Yeah, he was right-handed. That's right. That's true. It was his right hand.
I was going to go with Bill Murray, but I'm going to go with somebody who's no longer with us as well. It's a guy that we met at the tournaments early on, and one of the finest gentlemen that I have gotten to meet at these things, and that's Bill Conrad Sr.
He would have been my second pick, Mark.
He did a lot for us, confidence-wise and support-wise, and just a gentleman and a great competitor. And I'll give a little tip of the cap to Bill Conrad Sr.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great pick. The points championship trophy that got put together now is named after him. The Conrad Cup. That's in his honor.
Yep.
And,
Yeah, good man.
Yeah. Do you guys ever make it up to the Peach Festival in Olney? Billy and that crew, they run a tournament in honor of his dad, the Conrad Memorial. And they're big numbers. A lot of people show up.
I think we were there once, Mark. I think the first one they ran, we were there.
Maybe.
They had the Peach tournament, but then after Billy died, they then named that tournament after him.
Yeah.
And had a fundraiser.
Right. Right. You're right.
Yep.
You're right.
It's still one of the bigger tournaments because you get maybe 20, 25 teams of people who maybe only play once a year that show up.
Right.
Plus all the other people. So it's a nice crowd. It's a big day. Yeah. Good stuff, man. Well, any final words you want to send out to the quating community?
I just hope everybody's doing well and keeping their sanity, and hope to see everybody soon. Take care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would ditto that, Mark. We certainly are concerned about people's safety, but my parting words would say, we'll be back.
Yes, we will be back. And on that note, we're going to bounce out. I'll be in touch with you, men, about the round robin, okay?
All right,
Hey,
sounds
thanks.
good.
Been really nice chatting with you.
Be good. Sometimes you got to
All right.
take the point.
Thanks, Tim.
See you, man.
All right, bye.